What's up, everyone? It's Mike Nardi here. Today, we're going to be doing another Fiverr reviews live stream. So I'm sure it'll be a couple minutes before people start trickling in. But for those of you who are new here, how these videos work is I'm actually going to be going through a bunch of your Fiverr gigs from people who watch this channel. This channel is a channel where I talk about freelancing tips, sales tips, Fiverr tips, all with the ultimate goal of helping people like you, or if you're someone who's interested in making money online, figure out some of the best ways that you might be able to improve your skills and make more money online working a side hustle. So I'll give it just a couple more seconds before I share my screen and go into some of these reviews. But yeah, for anyone who's just dialing in, welcome. I see in the chat we got Yoav. Yoav says, "Hi, Mike." Yoav, thanks for joining. I recognize your name. Looking forward to providing you guys with any tips that I can today. So, like I said, I'm going to be sharing my screen in just a second and going through some Fiverr profiles and gigs live and giving some tips to help y'all apply them and make more money online. But between reviews, feel free to leave a comment in the chat section, and I'll do my best to answer any questions you have, any things you feel you need advice on, even if I'm not reviewing your gig today. So we got just a couple more shout outs in the chat, and then we'll jump right into it. So Mr. Creative says, "Mike, I'm losing hope on Fiverr, no orders." Well, my friend, I hope that we can help you with this channel. So if you have any specific questions around why you think you're having a hard time, let me know. I'll do my best. Team Captain says, "Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I'm really good. It's Saturday morning where I am. Just had my coffee. I'm feeling primo." Azam, just in time. Yes, just in time. I'm a huge on-time person. I get anxious when I'm late to things, so I'll try to start these things right at the scheduled time every time. Anyways, I think it's time. Let's get into it. So I'm going to share my screen. Just bear with me here. All righty. So I'll just put myself down in the corner there. So how this works is I usually start by going over the individual profile. As you can see here, I'll give some thoughts on that, and then we'll click into the gig. I'll read through it, give you my thoughts, and let you know whether or not there might be any areas to improve. So first one up is Syed Usman. So Syed, I emailed you today. Everyone who's going to be reviewed today should have sent you an email letting you know. But yeah, starting with the profile picture, I like it. One thing that I'm a big advocate of is using a picture of ourselves in our Fiverr profile. So we live in an online world as online freelancers, and any opportunity we can take to be more personable, make ourselves look more human and more relatable, I think it's a huge advantage for us. So I think it's great that he used a nice headshot. All right, so his profile description says modern logo and style guide designer. Okay, pretty straightforward. From India, and he's been on Fiverr for just about a year, or actually 1 year this month. Nice. So reading the description section. Hi there, I'm Usman, an individual based in India with 4 years of expertise in graphic design, specializing in logo and style guide design. I intend to help potential clients with professional brands get what they imagine through the finest creative and modern custom logos. I would probably say let my design do the further talking for me. What's your decision? I would love to be your shop on spot designer. Let's get in touch and start designing. Best regards, Usman. So I think that's pretty good. You're a designer and you want your work to speak for you. So I think that is good. Let's see how you do. So starting with the title. So for those of you who are new to these reviews, I kind of go title, portfolio, description. In the title, I'm looking for SEO and how accurate it is. In the portfolio, I'm looking to see if you're putting your best work and if it's doing a good job to convince people. And in the description, a combination of is it accurate and an accurate description of your service, and does it leverage SEO to help your gig show up and rank in Fiverr search? So starting with the title, I will create your modern, perfect, minimal logo within 48 hours. So I've talked a lot about niching down. Logo design, broadly logo design, is a very broad topic. It's not very specific. I've noticed that a lot of graphic designers lately are putting modern in there as an attempt to niche down. I think overall this title is pretty good, but I think being specific, like I've mentioned in passing, real estate logo design, restaurant logo design, business card logo design, by being able to niche it down to a specific application of the logo, I think it might help designers who otherwise would show up in a huge pool of designers and kind of be viewed and bucketed with all the other modern logo designers. I think that will help. I think within 48 hours, that's cool that you can include it there. The only, like, I think it's a good title. I would maybe just, and this is with all gigs, always look for an opportunity to specialize. All the new gigs that I'm creating nowadays, I'm trying to make them specific to an industry or specific task in an industry. But anyways, this one is okay. Let's get into the portfolio. All right, so this is going to open. There we go. So Carnegie, cool. Oh, cool. He breaks down the concept kind of ideation as well. I think that's pretty cool. Chat icon waves, finals, chat icon with waves. Okay. I like that. I think this is a great portfolio. I think this is a really good portfolio. I wouldn't really change anything. I think that you did a great job visualizing the process of working with you. Like in the bottom right corner, you have what they need to send you, their thoughts, their inspiration, and then you kind of walk through how you get it to where it ends up. I think you do good work. All right, description. Let's see. Hi there. It's a pleasure to see you on this gig. I am Usman, an expert with 4 years of experience in graphic design, specialized in logo designs and style guides. I'm devoted to creating simple, flat designs entirely crafted from scratch and polished to your needs, well-versed in planning and producing modern designs that fit your taste and make your business stand out. What will you get here? A modern minimalist logo expert, quick communication, swift turnaround, on-time delivery, value for money, and 100% satisfaction. And then he breaks down the gig packages. So this is probably a waste of space because you have your gig packages right here. In the gig description, I would take as much space and as many characters as you can to actually describe your services in natural, plain old English. Try to insert keywords in your description. Try to explain why they should hire you, your past experience, what you're good at, maybe some examples of past work. Putting your gig packages in here, I think, takes up a lot of space that could otherwise be used to help this gig actually show up more in search and get more impressions. Because ultimately you have all of this stuff here, right here in your gig packages. So like this is just extra. Duplicated effort. Don't forget to check the gig extras for more exciting offers. The value I provide here is genuine. There's no reason to hesitate. Drop down a message to get started or get a quote. Looking forward to working with you. Let's reach out and begin designing. Best regards, Usman. #creativity with Usman. Overall, I think this is pretty good. I would give this gig like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. The portfolio is awesome. Only thing that I always recommend, especially with logo designers, is any opportunity to niche down and differentiate should be taken, because modern logo design, it doesn't really tell me what specifically you have experience in. It kind of buckets everyone into one category. And I know that as a designer, you probably have your own unique style, unique skill set that would be very valuable to people. But I hope this was a helpful review. We'll go to the chat for a couple of comments before we get into the next one. All right, so we got Team Captain says, where should we leave our Fiverr profile? So if you want to have your profile and gig reviewed on a future live stream, there's an email address associated with this YouTube channel on the About section. It's MikeNardiTV@gmail.com. Send me your Fiverr username, identify which gig you'd like me to review, and when I get to your email, I will review it. And full disclosure, I go through the inbox in the order they come in. So as soon as you send it in, you'll lock your spot in my inbox, and I go through them from oldest to newest. So looking forward to seeing yours in my inbox. Ma Telecom says, hey, Mike, what's up, my friend? Nice to see you here. Team captain, thank you. Thank you for looking out and caring. I love that. Jessica Rutherford says, good morning. Good morning, my friend. Welcome to the stream. You have a new name. I'm usually pretty familiar with all the regulars on the stream. So Jessica, welcome to the live stream. Xcal GLGL says, hey, Mike. Hello. Maz from Bangladesh. So welcome. It's pretty cool to see people from all over the world. And I hope these times work for you. Whenever I'm reviewing my YouTube analytics, my biggest geographies are United States, Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, Nigeria. And everyone is kind of in a different time zone. So I try my best to do these at a time that works for everyone. Welcome. Aryan says, you make amazing videos. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm happy they're helpful. Azam, so if you want to share your gig, like I just mentioned, send me an email with your gig information and I will definitely get to it. Balochi, good evening from Oman. Nice to meet you. I think you're the first person who's told me they're from that place. So welcome to the stream. I hope it's enjoyable. Anyways, without wasting any more time, let's get into the next one. So give me 1 second here. So next on the list is Toshi619. So Toshi is from India and Toshi says, never go for money, always go with talent. Okay. Toshi619. So normally I say use a profile picture of yourself, but this kind of looks on brand and I actually think it looks kind of cool. So let's see how the rest of the profile looks. Description. Hello there. I'm a professional graphics designer with 5+ years of experience. I am creative and fast and will deliver you the best service. If you are looking for graphic design work, then you're in the right place. Let's chat. So pretty good. Just before moving to your gig, and this is going to sound familiar, but in that gig description, all I get from it is you're a graphic designer. That's it. I don't know what specifically you'd be able to help me out with if I was a business owner who needed graphic design. So if you can, in this profile description, I always recommend making sure to put at least 1 or 2 lines that describes what specifically you can help out with. What have you designed in the past? Do you work with law firms? Do you work with restaurants? Do you work with large real estate corporations? What do you specialize in? Include it there, because if someone who is in that industry comes across your profile, seeing that will give them the trust that you know what you're doing and you can help them. Anyways, let's get into your gig now. So attractive YouTube thumbnail. I actually think this is a fantastic gig image. It's very, YouTube-y, looks good. I'm gonna click it. All right, so I will design a professional YouTube thumbnail for you. So I think this is perfect. I mentioned for your profile that maybe you wanted to get a little bit more specific, but this gig is perfect. This is what I'm talking about when I say create a niched down gig. Creating thumbnails is very generic, but creating YouTube thumbnails is specific. And in the world we live in, YouTube is growing. There are so many creators getting into YouTube, and so many people don't know how to create great thumbnails. Take me, for example. Some of my older thumbnails really suck. I still make thumbnails that aren't that good. So this is a really in-demand service. And if you can build the trust of a weekly YouTuber who does 1, 2, 3 videos a week, this could be very profitable. So I love this. I love the thumbnail. I love the title. And yeah, this looks good. These look like your standard, viral video thumbnails. Why are you single? I think these are really good. All right, description. You will get mind-boggling thumbnails with guaranteed view-boosting qualities and color contrast that match your content. Perform better than your competitor's channel. This is good. So this is a little sneaky sales tactic that works really well, is if you put the fear in their mind that if they don't work with you, their competitors might do better, that motivates people to take action. So that's a good intro. Give a try once and you'll come back for sure. You'll get your money back if not satisfied. Don't do that. Money back guarantee, I am not a fan of. If you're doing the work, you should get paid for the work, right? I'm not a fan of money back guarantees. So you've helped 10+ channels within 2 months to get full optimization of their videos and hard work. Nice. Get unlimited revisions. I view this in the same light that I view money back guarantee. it's going to get messy. Trust me. It's better to cap the number of revisions you offer and don't offer a money back guarantee. We use copyright-free images and original content. That's really good and important. Fast delivery on Fiverr and friendly conversation. I will create any kind of clickbait or catchy thumbnail. All right, at least you're honest about it. I have 5 years of experience as a professional thumbnail designer. I can increase your views insanely. I can bring you thousands of new views through my fancy thumbnail designs. I'm very friendly in conversation. What all categories I can design thumbnails: gaming, Fortnite, Apex Legends, COD, Roblox, PUBG, etc. Business, real estate, crypto, Shopify, Amazon dropshipping, and lifestyle. Things required to make your thumbnail: the text you want to add, your picture, if any, and you can also choose color combinations. I think this is a fantastic gig description. I don't have any feedback. The only thing that might really help this sell more is in your portfolio here, maybe put a screenshot of one of your thumbnails like live on a YouTube video that has a lot of views. If there are, if some of them have been put on YouTube videos that have a lot of views, that would be like, okay, no brainer. This person's done it. This video has gotten a lot of views. I'm going to hire them. But overall, great work. This is a niche down gig if I've ever seen one. YouTube thumbnail design is only going to get in hotter demand, right? Like YouTube's quickly becoming like one of the most popular platforms for consuming video content. So, I think this is a great gig. All right. So before we get into the next one, I'm going to go back to the chat and say what's up to a couple of you who have just dropped in. So we got Zunaria or Zunera. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Hey, Mike, I wanted to ask that there are so many offers for buy requests, typically 30 or more. So how likely is it to get a project? However, if you get multiple orders, how do you manage that? So I remember responding to this in a comment, but there's two answers. So for buyer requests, how likely you are to win a buyer request it's impossible for me to give you a number because it's dependent on you. It's dependent on the buyer request. It's dependent on the specific buyer and the time of day you're responding. Typically I try to say that if you're going to respond to buyer requests, focus on requests that are reasonable. If you read the request and it seems like this person wants 3 weeks of work for $5, they're probably going to nickel and dime you anyways. I would just avoid those altogether. But when you respond, try to stand out from the pack. Don't just say you're going to be the cheapest. Don't just say you're going to be the fastest. Say something that might be different than what you think you and everyone else applying might be inclined to say. Show them value. Find ways that you can offer them value. Hey, I have experience doing this. I can give you advice on how to implement this. I've worked with companies who do this, stuff like that to help you stand out. And then you mentioned, if you get multiple orders, how do you manage that? So I set my delivery timelines that are long enough that I can get multiple orders and be fine. Typically, I'm looking at 5 to 10 days when someone places an order. I know a lot of you do 24-hour, 48-hour delivery. I do too, but they have to pay for that. And in a lot of my gigs, the cost for 24-hour delivery is almost, in some cases, 50% or double the cost of the gig. So I hope that was helpful. Just give me 1 second here. All right, we'll do 2 more from the chat, and then we'll go to the next review. So we got... So Charon says, where can I share my gig? So if you're just joining in, Charon, on the About page of this YouTube channel, there's my email address. It's MikeNardiTV@gmail.com. Send me an email, list your Fiverr username and the gigs you want me to review. And when I get to your email, it could be a couple months, I will put it up in a live stream just like this one. All right, team captain. So I sent your email last week. Hopefully you will get time to review it soon. So I'm doing my best. And just to give you an idea, so a lot of the reviews I'm doing today are back. They were sent to me in July and August of this year. So I'm almost up to speed, but it might be a little while longer before I get to yours. But as long as you don't give up and delete your Fiverr profile, if your email got through to me, I will review it on a video. I promise you. All right. So we're going to go back and review the next gig. So next on the list is Pratik. Pratik, I like this headshot. It's pretty cool. I love that background. Pratik says, I will bring my colorful imagination into reality using Photoshop. Cool. Photoshop editor. Just from that line, I imagine you do like photo retouching. Description. So, hello, nice to see you here. I'm Pratik and a professional retoucher and editor. It's my passion and keen interest in retouching beauty, fashion, portrait, editorial, and commercial images. Apart from this, I also do image manipulation. In short, I love making images to their best, beautiful version using Photoshop. I've experienced dealing with clients and understanding what they actually need exactly to serve them the best. So, it will be my pleasure to work with you by giving you services the best I can. Please don't hesitate to contact me. Looking forward to messaging. So I think this is pretty good description. You list what you do, who you can help, like portrait photographers, fashion editorials, and why they should message you. So I think that's a pretty good description. Let's get into your gig. So we'll go into the. So we're going to go into the photo editing and retouching. Removing background, I don't really review that often because that's one of those ones that's kind of commoditized. Let's go into retouching. So starting with the title, I will do any photo editing and high-end retouching in Photoshop. So I haven't spent a lot of time looking up keywords for photo editing and retouching, but looking at this, photo editing and retouching in Photoshop, it seems pretty good. It's descriptive, and I feel like the keywords are there to make it pop up. All right, so portfolio, you only have this one image, and it looks pretty good. What I would say is if you can, put a few more in your portfolio. Maybe I've seen a lot of photo editors and retouchers doing images where they have like before and after photos. That's pretty popular. You could do like a recording where you have the slider showing like before and after. Any like for your industry, you need to show people what you can do, right? I think showing more of the before and after stuff would be helpful in this portfolio. And that's just my 2 cents. Ultimately you do whatever you want. All right. So about this gig, professional photo editing services. I'm Pratik, the professional photo editor. If you're looking to edit your photo professionally and with high quality in Photoshop, you are at the right place. I'm here to help you with my skilled photo editing techniques in Photoshop. I have a good eye for rectifying the imperfection in the photo so that will be corrected and enhanced to obtain a good quality result. Editing services, anything you want to edit using Photoshop, retouching, blemish, pimple, scars. Okay, we get it. Photo manipulation, merging photos, cloth editing, creases, correction, color change, stains removal, old image restoration, adding and removing objects. Okay. All of the procedures here will be done by retaining the authenticity and details using non-destructive techniques. Please feel free to contact me. Okay. So overall, this gig is pretty good. The only thing that's probably, and this is where the challenge comes with doing general stuff like photo editing. The only challenge here is being able to niche this down so specific people looking for a specific type of photo editing find you. Overall, I think the gig is good. I think you could benefit from putting a little bit more in your portfolio, maybe putting some more before and after stuff to really show what you excel at. But yeah, overall, I think this is pretty good. Thank you so much for submitting. So we're going to get into the next one now. Bear with me, guys. A couple more from the chat just so that everyone is getting some love. We got Cameron says, hey, Mike from South Africa. What's up, my friend? Welcome to the stream. What time is it in South Africa? Just curious. Sal says, just put up a Facebook ad copy gig this morning. Can't wait to see how it works. Yeah, Facebook ad copy is like, for those of you who are in digital marketing, Facebook ads are still super reliable, super useful to businesses. And if you can write good copy for Facebook ads, Sal, I think you're going to be doing okay. Let us know how it goes. I'd be interested to see how long it takes you to get your first couple orders. There's a couple people saying they can't find the email or whether I can review the gig. It's MikeNardiTV@gmail.com. It's on the About page of this YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see it from a desktop. Yeah, so you have so many people do send me their gigs for review. September is just a couple months ago. I'm getting to it. I'll be at yours very soon. You got to understand, I'm one guy, and these review videos aren't the only videos I put out. I do tutorials, Fiverr tips, copywriting tips, freelance tips. I'm trying to do as much as I can. So please be patient. I will get to it. It's free. I hope it's helpful, but please, you got to be patient. I'm really doing my best. All right. So let's get into the next one. So next up, we got Jacob999. I'm ready to bring your song to life. He's from Italy. I'm not. I don't know if this is like a music note or what this is, but Jacob, one piece of advice or tip that I give, and it's totally up to you if you want to take it, is I've given this to everybody. A picture of you would probably be best for your profile picture. All right, description. I'm an Italian session guitarist with about 10 years experience in music. During my career, I've played live with bands, and now I specialize in recording tracks with guitar and other instruments. I own a home studio equipped with only professional tools and programs to give you the best quality possible in no time. I have many guitars and amplifiers to create any sound. Okay. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a good description. Only thing I would maybe add is let them know what type of tracks. Jingles? Are they commercials? Do you do, copyright free music? Like, what do you do? Like, where do people use your music? But otherwise, I think that's a pretty good description. So getting into his gig. So just for copyright, I don't play music on YouTube just in case there's something playing in the background, but I'm going to assume you're good at guitar. It looks like you're shredding it in this picture, but starting with your title, it says, I will record high quality electric guitar tracks for your projects. So I think the key word here would be electric guitar tracks. I think overall it's a good description, right? I think this is one of those types of gigs that's kind of niche. You probably have whole studios who do a bunch of different music production on Fiverr, but I've reviewed a couple other guitar specific musicians, and they've been doing really well. So the proof of concept, has been proven that you can make money with this type of gig, and I think that title is pretty good. All right, description. So on first glance, Jacob, it's kind of light. So the way gigs get noticed, and for those of you who are unfamiliar with this, the way gigs get noticed on Fiverr is through Fiverr search. And there's this concept called SEO. It stands for search engine optimization. Basically, whenever you're creating something like a Fiverr gig listing on the internet, you want to include words and phrases in the text pieces of these properties you have on the internet, so that when someone's typing in, looking for something in a search engine, there's a higher chance that the search engine connects what they're looking for with your gig. So for that reason, whenever I'm telling people how to fill out their Fiverr gig descriptions, I always recommend using as much of the space as possible. I think you can do 1,200 characters on Fiverr. You look to have about half of that here. The more opportunity you take to include keywords relevant to your gig, the higher the chances of this gig showing up in search. So with that being said, I'm going to read what you have and let you know what I think. Hello, and thanks for choosing me. In this gig, I will use my tools and my studio and my expertise to give you professional and original guitar tracks that perfectly fits your project. Each track's audio file will be in 2432-bit, studio quality, and WAV format. What I can do for you, I can do guitar covers. I can record rhythm lead guitar parts for your song. I can record improvised guitar tracks in my style for your song. I can imitate sound and style of famous guitarists. I can play your own scores if you have them. Before starting the work, I need your BPM of your project. Okay. What you have here is good, but yeah, if you took some more time to really flush this out, make it a little bit longer, maybe talk a little bit more about your background, insert some keywords in there as you're kind of expanding it, I think that would give this gig way more impressions and increase the chances of it appearing in Fiverr search. But overall, I think this is a pretty good gig, Jacob. Thank you so much for submitting, and I wish you a ton of luck selling on Fiverr. All right, so just before we get to the next one, I'm going to take a quick sip of my water. All right, we've been going for 30 minutes. Thank you all for joining. We're going to go for a while longer. So everyone who's just joining, if you want your gig to be reviewed, send it to me via email. It's MikeNardiTV@gmail.com. I'm going to see if I have a little banner here. And also, if you guys want to join my monthly newsletter, I just threw that up down below. Okay, let's get into the next one. So next up is Arnab. So Arnab, love the headshot. Looks really good. An enthusiastic filmmaker. Okay, I'm interested to see, how, like, I haven't seen many filmmakers on Fiverr. So I'm curious to see how you would film and deliver this type of a project totally remote. Because I'd imagine unless you are kind of staffing the whole film project, you probably need actors. Maybe people want it done in their office, but we'll see. So, description, I'm Arnab, and I'm a professional video editor dedicated to the art of filmmaking. I've been shooting and editing videos for 3 years. If you're looking for innovative work while keeping the quality at a maximum within a small budget, then you're in the right place. I always want to ensure that you are happy and fully satisfied with the work done. Let's get started on editing your videos. Okay. So, one thing here. I was confused originally because here it says an enthusiastic filmmaker, and I was assuming you were like a filmmaker in the sense that you record, produce, edit the films. But after I read your description, you're an editor. So that's interesting. So let's get into the main gig. So I will do YouTube video, vlog, travel video editing in 24 hours. I think that's fine. And it looks like you're doing pretty well on this gig already. And you put some portfolio pieces. I think that's really good. Okay, so video editing is in super high demand. I know a ton of YouTubers, both small and large. Like, there's a bunch of channels I follow in the like 20 to 100,000 subscriber range that are always talking about finding good value video editors to take a lot of time off their plate. Because I can tell you from my YouTube channel, it takes about 5 hours to edit a video. That's a lot of time that I could be spending doing other stuff. So there's a lot of YouTubers who need this. This is a great niche gig. So I will do YouTube video, vlog, travel, video editing in 24 hours. Contact me before placing your order. I'm here to provide you professional and quick video editing for your channel. You'll get high quality edits that are engaging while delivering your desired messaging. As I own a YouTube channel, I have 3 years of experience in travel video editing, so you will get your content ready to upload without worrying about the community guidelines and policies. This gig includes professionally edited videos. And then he lists kind of everything he does. You can also request your desired aspect ratio. Okay, cool. And special offer, being new to Fiverr, he's offering a free 30-second to 1-minute edit. Cool. For more information about the offer, please have a look in the FAQ section. Don't hesitate to ask me all kinds of questions. I think that's pretty cool. So I think this is a good gig description. And I think that offering a free trial, we'll call it, like a free 30-second to a minute edit, is a great way to hook in YouTubers, because the reality is it might not take you very long to do a 30-second edit, but if you do it for someone and they love your work and they want to save that time on the next one, they might hire you again. So really good. Also, just before we get into the next one, quick update for you all. So I'm going to be doing another live stream close to Christmas where I'm going to be doing a bit of a giveaway. I'm planning on buying a bunch of Fiverr gigs, just spending a bunch of money on Fiverr for a bunch of random stuff. Just before the Christmas holidays. So, if you're able to, I haven't set a date for the Christmas live stream yet, but there will be a ton of things that I'm giving away. I'm going to be giving away basically Fiverr orders. I'm going to be placing a bunch of Fiverr orders on the Fiverr platform, spending a couple $100. And really the goal is to see how you all perform with a random order request, and I might make a video out of it after the fact. So if you guys all have Fiverr profiles and gigs, make sure to keep your eyes open for the next live stream as well. It's closer to the holidays, closer to the end of the December. I'll be releasing the date shortly. I'm going to be buying Fiverr gigs from a bunch of people on the stream. So stay tuned for that. All right. Next one here, we got Gary Youngblood. So Gary, thank you so much for submitting your gig for review. I've seen you in the comments. I know you've sent the email a while ago. Really appreciative that you've been so patient, and I hope these tips, if I can give you any, are helpful. All right. So Gary Youngblood, love the picture. Gary Youngblood, tongue-tied. Hey there, I live in Savannah, Georgia, USA, with over 20 years of experience in healthcare and medical sales. Cool. I've been able to develop exceptional writing and proofreading skills and can add benefit to a variety of fields. Resume and cover letter writing, proofreading, and copywriting are all areas I excel in. Allow me to utilize my skills to help you land that job or help your business grow. Please feel free to contact me with any questions. Thanks, and looking forward to working with you. So Gary, I think that's a pretty solid profile description. We have kind of a similar background. So I think you said you're in medical device sales. I've been in tech sales. That is a skill set that you can very easily convert into a bunch of different Fiverr gigs and copywriting. I'm getting the impression that you're starting with one and kind of scaling from there, which is fine. Resume writing, I think, is solid. Another thing you probably already thought about this is, sales copy for websites, for prospecting emails, things like that. But yeah, great profile description. Let's check out your gig. So I will create a resume that can make you shine. So I think that's good. Create a resume is typically the keyword there. For your experience, though, I would almost maybe try on this gig or create a secondary gig just to see how it works. But maybe create a gig where you are specifically creating gigs to help people get sales jobs in the medical devices field. I don't know how well that would perform, but I feel like someone like you, where you have a very specific 20-year career skill set, you have a lot of value to bring, helping people get into the same types of organizations that you've worked at. That's just my thought about how you can maybe niche this down. But let's get into it. Your subject line or your gig title on this one is pretty good. So again, for resume writing, oh, cool. He puts examples. That's cool. I was going to say, this is the type of thumbnail I would use for this type of gig. Just a picture of myself and then some text to outline what I should do. So in the big header text, resume and cover letter writing, it's straightforward. We all know what that means. Resume crafting, tailored cover letters, and optimized LinkedIn profile. Cool. And just looking through here, he puts in a couple of different resumes he's done. So I think that's really good. All right. So gig description. So I mentioned this with the last guy, Jacob. On Fiverr, you want to take advantage of SEO and implement a good, solid SEO strategy at any opportunity you have. So typically what that means is using keywords that help people find your gig in as many places on your gig as possible. So just looking at this, you're probably at half of the character limit Fiverr allows. I would try to beef that up a little bit. Drop in reasons why people need good resume writing, how a good resume can help you find a job, et cetera, et cetera. I think that would really help this gig appear more in Fiverr search. But I'm going to read what you have and let you know what I think. So you focus on the job search and the interview prep. Let me worry about the expertly crafted resume highlighting your best talents, the custom tailored position-specific cover letter that grabs the reader's attention, and the optimized LinkedIn profile that makes you stand apart from the rest. That's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good hook. And also, I just noticed as I read this, it looks like your various packages offer, first one is resume, then resume and cover letter, then resume, cover letter, and LinkedIn profile. I think that's a masterful way of using the gig packages. So I offer gigs where one gig is for a resume, or I don't do resumes. One gig is for LinkedIn, but if I offered a resume gig, it would be then another gig for resumes. You're doing a great upsell here. I think this is a fantastic way to structure the gig. So what I will provide, varied resume styles that include appropriate keywords and are ATS compliant. Cool. Company specific cover letter showcasing your interest in the available position. Cool. Revisions to meet your expectations. Nice. 2-day delivery on basic and standard orders. Suggestions to maximize your exposure to recruiters through LinkedIn. Cool. So that's pretty cool. The only feedback I have, other than maybe beefing it up a little bit, is I would always, it's listed here. Okay. I was going to say, if you don't specify how many revisions, that could lead to a sticky situation, but it looks like you do in the gig packages. So Gary, overall, I think this is a solid gig. I think you have a lot of experience. I would maybe dabble with a resume writing gig specific to the med devices or medical sales or outbound field sales type of industries. I think being able to say you're a specific expert in that might help. I don't know. I would keep this gig active because it looks really good. And this is kind of your catch-all, but I would leverage your experience in a more niche way any way you can. But overall, really good profile. Thanks for submitting it. All right. In just a second, I'm going to get into the next one. I'm going to read a couple of the comments. But for anyone else who's just joining, I'm reviewing gigs on this live stream, but I'm going to be doing another live stream in a couple weeks where I'm actually going to be buying a bunch of Fiverr gigs from people participating in the live stream live, real time. I'm still working out the logistics of how that's going to work. It's probably going to be a situation where we have a hashtag going on Twitter that people can just kind of tweet to me a bunch of times, and I'll just randomly kind of pick from that hashtag out of the Twitter feed for that hashtag. I plan on spending a couple $100 on Fiverr gigs, and the whole goal is really to do a little bit of an experiment to see how maybe newer experienced Fiverr sellers react to me placing a totally random order. Obviously, I'm not going to be setting you up for failure. It's going to be something pretty easy to deliver, but I just want to see how y'all interact and what your process is as a Fiverr seller if someone randomly places an order with you. So if you want a chance for me to buy one of your Fiverr gigs, make sure you're keeping your eyes peeled for that next live stream. Might be around December 19th. I'm going to be buying gigs live. So just wanted to mention that before I get into the next review on this one. So Sharon La Rosa says, happy weekend. Thank you so much for taking the time to make your videos and the information along with your knowledge. It's my absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by. I really hope these are helpful. And Brownlow says, I'd be up for that. Always like a challenge. Awesome. I hope a lot of people join that one. So I just mentioned it, but I'm going to be buying Fiverr gigs in the next live stream before the end of December. I'm just going to be spending some money with a bunch of you to just see how you react, because I've been doing this channel for a couple of years. So I'm curious to see if any of the things I've talked about or best practices or requirements gathering questions or things like that are actually implemented. And it's also a way for me to give back to a community of people that I love by spending some money on your gigs. All right. Kartik says, hey, Mike, love your videos, man. I recently became level 1 seller and Fiverr has made me Fiverr's choice for 4 keywords. Nice. Invited me to their Fiverr Seller Plus and promoted gigs. Does Fiverr love me? LOL. I think they do. Cool, man. Fiverr's choice is huge. I've had a couple of my gigs be Fiverr's choice for a short period of time. It's going to dramatically boost your impressions, and it really boosted my orders for that specific gig. So, really nice work. So I'll do one more comment before we get into the next review. Anne says, is Seller Plus invite only? So Anne, like most Fiverr features, I think they're rolling it out initially in phases, which is pretty common for Fiverr. I think right now they've either enabled it, like I have it enabled, or they're inviting people to join. But ultimately, I think it's going to be something that they enable for all sellers. That's what the vibe I've gotten so far. All right, quick water break, and then I'm going to get into Vicky. All right. Next one. And honestly, guys, thank you all for joining. It's really cool that there's, people on these things asking questions, and, I'm not just spewing hot air to myself. It's really fulfilling to know that we're helping each other. We're building a community. So anyways, thank you all. Next review. So next up is Vicky_works. Vicky, nice headshot at the white background. Got a little bit of a scowl there, my man. I feel like you have a really nice smile, but overall, happy that you're using a headshot. That's really good. Don't worry when Vicky is here. All right. He's like the Superman of Fiverr. I love it. All right. So description. Hey, this is Vicky_works. I'm a self-motivated and proactive worker and quick learner. I'm flexible and adaptable with your intent. I'm so enthusiastic while working and so choice of mistakes is if very less. I will assure you that you'll get 100% satisfaction. Feel free to contact me. Okay, so Vicky, some tips right away. Just reading your profile, you don't mention at all what you do. You just mention that you're a proactive worker. I would take some time maybe in your profile description to outline the types of specific services you offer. Like I'm looking at your gigs and I get the idea. But again, you got to take every opportunity to use as much of the real estate on your Fiverr profile as possible to advertise what you do. And right now your profile doesn't tell me what you do. So I would maybe spend some time brushing up on that. All right. So which gig do I want to read? So I'm going to do SEO optimized articles and blog posts because this is something that I also do. So right off the bat, the title, I will write SEO optimized articles and blog posts. I think that's pretty good. You SEO optimized articles is probably a very commonly searched term for people looking for this. So looking at your thumbnail here, SEO optimized article writing, and then he puts article writing, plagiarism free, research work, high quality work, creative content, fast delivery. I think this is pretty good. I think this is good. All right. So about this gig, Are you looking for high quality, well-researched SEO optimized articles and blog posts? Then you're at the right place. I have 5 years of experience in article writing and blog posts. My contents are unique, informative, and plagiarism free. Aim of this gig to provide quality SEO optimized articles that improve ranks on Google, to provide compelling, unique blog writing at a reasonable price. My services for blog posts, articles, websites, social media, posts, product description. Okay, so interestingly, you list a whole bunch of different copy you can do. I would maybe break these out into their own gigs. So this gig here is for articles and blog posts, but like product descriptions could be their own gig. Website content could be another one. Social media content could be another one. You could really kind of cast a wider net and niche down those specific gigs to target specific keywords that might give you a better chance of ranking in search. Just my 2 cents. So why hire me? Target SEO keywords and engaging structures, original and creative content for your website. Okay. Keyword and niche analysis. Okay. Overall, I think, again, 100%. Okay. So overall, I think this is a pretty good gig. And one question I've been asking a lot to SEO copywriters lately is, if you're selling your services on Fiverr, I'm curious, do you have your own website where you're writing SEO optimized blog posts for yourself with the goal of driving traffic to your Fiverr gig? If the answer is no, and you're truly a good SEO content writer, maybe you should do that. Because if you're able to help clients drive traffic to their website to generate business, do it for yourself. So that's my only feedback here. It looks like you're a pretty good writer, but I would say that if you're focused on SEO content, maybe spin up your own website so you can drive people to this Fiverr gig yourself through good SEO content. Just my 2 cents. But I think that's a good opportunity for you to use your skills to make some serious cash. All right. So I'm going to get into a couple more reviews, but I'm going to answer some questions first. Oh, so Kartik again. Yeah, Kartik's like Fiverr's loving him off. Made him a Fiverr's choice. That's awesome. And just responding to the Fiverr Seller Plus question. So Yoav says, do you think Seller Plus is worth the money? So the short answer, and I did a video about this recently, I do think that there's a lot of value in it just by looking at what it includes. I think having access to a customer success manager for people who aren't Fiverr Pro sellers is a huge value. I've also heard that they provide one-on-one consultations to help with SEO and targeting gigs and stuff. That's really valuable, because the way I look at it is, if you're a subscriber to this YouTube channel, I give tips in the forms of videos and live streams. But if you need something, an answer real time right away, and you want an answer from the source, I don't see a better place to get an answer on how to improve your gig than directly from Fiverr. So I think there's a lot of value there. I'm actually planning on testing it out myself, probably after the new year. I have a lot of videos I need to make before then. But overall, I think for $29 per month, I think it's probably high value. I'm going to test it myself just so I know for sure. But at the very least, doing it for a month or two and seeing how it goes, I think that's a good move. Yeah. And then Kwaku says, hey, Mike, please, how do I submit my gig for review? My profile is Gotti Design. Send it to me an email. It's MikeNardiTV@gmail.com. That email address can be found on the About page of this YouTube channel. All right, so I'm going to get into the next gig here. And just for I see some new people have joined in. For those of you who are new here, thank you for joining. In a couple weeks, I'm going to be doing another live stream where I'm going to be spending my own money to buy a bunch of Fiverr gigs. Totally random. I'm going to be buying gigs really just to see how you guys do, how you deliver orders. And I would really like to give back to a bunch of you. It's been really cool seeing everyone grow and develop as Fiverr sellers. So I'm going to be spending a couple $100s of my own money to order gigs from a bunch of people who watch this channel. So if you want me to buy your gig, or want to have a chance for me to buy your gig, you should join the next live stream as well. Okay. Next up is Tamin. So Tamin, professional graphic designer. So I am a huge fan of headshots, but this one looks like you cropped it out of a bigger photo. It's kind of blurry, kind of pixelated. I feel like you could do better. If you have a smartphone or something like that, or can get a friend to take a picture for you, make this a little bit more clear. It's 2021. I think people would appreciate, being able to make you a little bit better. So professional graphic designer, cool. Profile description. So I am a professional graphic designer. I am skilled in professional image editing, clipping, path, photo editing, hair. She lists all the stuff. Okay, so this is basically just listing all the stuff. So one thing, I mentioned this a lot, especially for graphic design, is in any skill really, is to position your services on Fiverr in a way where you're niching down and being specific with where you can help. So I think it's really cool that you list all the specific tasks you can help people with. But I think it would be cool also in this description section to list the types of industries you've helped out with, maybe some past projects you've done, or the specific types of design work you're most interested in. But, overall, that's not bad. I would maybe make a better profile picture and then maybe, be a little bit more descriptive in that description. All right. So the gig I'm going to be looking at is this one. So I will vector, convert, trace, redraw any logo or pattern. So just from that title, it's kind of confusing what this gig is for. I guess you're taking. Oh, okay. She's okay. Converting a logo, I guess, into a high quality, clear image. Okay. So let's get into the description. Okay, so we mentioned this on the last couple. Description is a great place to really improve the SEO of your gig and its discoverability in Fiverr search. You can do like 1,200 characters of text here. This is just not enough. And when you're filling this out, I would use it to be communicative, like speak naturally, right the way you would speak here to describe your service, your experience, and why people should hire you. So I'm going to read what you got. Welcome to see my gig. And there's just a bunch of dashes. I think that's kind of wasted space. Services I provide: vector, logo, or pattern, transparent background. Yeah. So, and then you list kind of the files you send. I think there's a great opportunity for you to make this a better description. I think you've kind of just taken the approach of listing technically everything you do and what you deliver, but I would take a moment to fill this description out in a way that describes who you are, where you got your experience from, what you're good at, and why people should hire you, versus just the line item details of what they get from working with you. I think that would go a long way. So just before we get into the next one, we got someone in the chat asking for me to repeat the email address. So it's MikeNardiTV@gmail.com. MikeNardiTV@gmail.com. You can find it in the About page of this YouTube channel if you're accessing it from a PC. All right. Next one up is Amram. So Amram got a nice little digitized emoji version of himself. I think that looks pretty cool. Description: my name is Amram, and I'd like to welcome you to my profile. I have expertise in influencer marketing and influencer research. If you are seeking someone to assist you in finding social media influencers to increase your sales and organic traffic, I'm the person for you. It's in my best interest to solve your marketing problems. Okay. So I'm going to get into your gig in a second, but one thing I always ask, a lot of people do influencer marketing and stuff like that. Do you have any proof or validation of how effective you are? If you do, I would mention it. How many subscribers have you gained? How many followers have you generated? How much revenue has your influencer marketing generated? That's the type of stuff that will convince people to hire you. Okay, so which one should we get into? I'm going to just click this one. So I will provide the best YouTube, Instagram influencer marketing services. So that's kind of vague. And I see from your portfolio here, it says hashtag research, niche targeted, guaranteed results. So I don't necessarily know what you do. So let's read the description. Want an effective way to promote your products online? Struggling to find the best influencers? With this gig, you can completely outsource your influencer marketing research to me. Okay, research. It's proven to be more effective for my clients as it saves them time to focus on other aspects of their business. Promoting your business, product, website with Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok. to get better ROI than other marketing channels. What does this service include? Okay. Together, we'll develop a marketing strategy using my analysis of your business or brand, market research, hashtag and competitor research for your product or service, negotiate the best shout out collaboration to provide you a fair deal, 100% refund guarantee, and on-time delivery. I don't think you should do 100% refund guarantee. That is a trap. So, okay. So it looks like you're offering marketing strategy and analysis, market research, and you'll provide hashtags and competitor research. And then you'll also negotiate the best collaboration for them. So this gig, I get the services you're trying to offer. I think it's a little all over the place right now, and you got to focus in. So, like for example, negotiating the best shout out, that's a tough process. That could take a long time. When you're working on Fiverr, you know, you don't want to be on the hook for like, it could take months for one of your clients to get a shout out because they might not have a great social media profile and they're hiring you to help improve it. So yeah, I would maybe tighten this gig up because it's a little ambiguous. You're promising a lot. And I think that the types of social brands that might hire you, you know, the things you're offering, like negotiating shout outs with third parties on their behalf, that's going to take a long time. That's hard to deliver in just one Fiverr gig. Overall, I think you're onto something. I think influencer marketing is a niche that is growing and there's a lot of money to be spent here. I think you just need to think about what your value proposition actually is with this gig and write the gig specifically focused on the value you're intending on providing. And I think it would do a lot better. Just my 2 cents. All right, next one up is we got Shabir J, a lyricist you can count on. Nice profile picture. So I believe that I was reading this guy before. He does rap lyrics. Kind of cool. So, hey there, started rhyming when I was 12 years old, and I've been writing hard-hitting bars since. Over 8 years of living and studying hip-hop and working on my craft prove that I got the best bars on this website. I can write paragraphs explaining how good I am, but I prefer my work to do the talking for me. Let's get to work. So I think that's a good description, but you know, you're making some heavy claims that you're the best lyricist on Fiverr. Maybe it would have been cool if you made your description like a description rap. I don't know. I've seen people like reggae, R&B rappers on Fiverr who they're rapping their value proposition to the buyer, and I think that is the ultimate way to prove what you're good at. But anyways, let's see how the gig does. Best rap lyrics on this site. I will ghostwrite rap lyrics on any topic. So I think ghostwrite rap lyrics is pretty good, pretty tailored. Let's see here. So he puts down some lyrics he writes. Okay, cool. I'm not going to read the curse words on YouTube. Hey there, if you're looking at this gig, I can tell you understand the importance of good lyrics, and I am here to make sure your bars hit right. The oversaturation in the music industry today makes it very difficult for an artist to stand out. Every aspect of the song should be absolutely perfect for it to catch attention. I have been writing raps since I was 12 years old. I am now 20, so it's been over 8 years, and I want to help you make it to the charts. I will ghostwrite any subgenre of rap you want. It doesn't matter what genre of rap you want me to write. Lyrical, poetic, love, gangster, depression theme, etc. I got you. I can write paragraphs convincing you how good I am, but I prefer my work doing the talking instead. Look through my work samples and reviews on my gig. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Hit me up and let's get to work. No, contact me before placing an order. Helps you understand the project. Okay, so great description. Only thing that I think is missing is you make claims that you can help them, you know, get on charts and you're the best rap lyric writer. It would be cool if you shared some examples of lyrics you've written that blew up or, you know, that are really popular or something like that. Just, you know, give them an idea like, hey, I've helped 5 rap artists make it to the top 20 charts in the UK or wherever. I think that would help sell this. But overall, pretty cool. This is a very unique type of gig. You got 8 5-star ratings already, so it seems like you're doing a great job. Keep it up. I would just try to put some more social proof. Like for rap, people want to know that you can help them take off. So I would just put some stuff up here to prove to them that, hey, listen, what I write, people like it. I write some bangers. So that's my 2 cents, but overall, pretty good profile. All right, so we got a couple more that we're going to review here. This one here is Prince 2KS. Customer is king. I totally agree, my man. So I think that's a pretty cool profile picture. It looks like it's like a artistic rendering of himself in front of like a solar eclipse or something like that. I'm Prince 2KS. If you're looking for fast and professional results, then you're in the right place. I have over 4 years of design experience. I'm talented in Adobe Photoshop. I know every trick in Photoshop, and let me know how I can help with your project. Any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm happy to help. So again, good profile description. I would just spend a minute describing the specific things you can help them with, because hearing that someone's good at Photoshop, if I don't know what you can do in Photoshop, I don't know, and that might cause me not to buy. So, I would just, I know you get a lot of ratings, a lot of orders. I would just be a little bit more descriptive. That's me personally. All right, let's see here. Looks like he's got some real banger gigs happening here. I will design Call of Duty, Warzone, Warframe. Oh, yeah. Call of Duty, Warzone, Warfare, Cold War gaming thumbnail. I think this is a hot niche. So when I talk about niching down, this is what I'm talking about. So he's doing thumbnail design specific to a very popular game that a lot of people are playing and streaming lately. I think this is just an awesome gig idea. The title is good. The thumbnails, like, these look great. Like, I could see people wanting these on their gigs. All right, welcome to my gig. Looking for an eye-catching Call of Duty, Warzone, Warfare, Cold War gaming YouTube thumbnail? You're definitely in the right place. Okay, so when I talk about niching down, so I mentioned in a previous review, YouTube thumbnails are niche down, but this guy went a level further. Call of Duty YouTube thumbnails. That's like 2 levels down. And he's doing really well because of it, because people looking to stream Call of Duty online are finding this guy. And that's good. That's what people want. All right, so I'm going to read the description. Welcome to my gig. Looking for an eye-catching Call of Duty, Warzone, Warfare, Cold War gaming thumbnail? You're definitely in the right place. I'm Prince. Having 4 years of experience in the field of Photoshop, I have experience in making high-quality custom gaming YouTube thumbnail designs. Okay, nice keyword insert there, which is eye-catching and mind-blowing. I'm providing 100% satisfaction to my clients. I provide bonus thumbnails or on standard and premium packs. Cool. Top 5. I like this. Top 5 reasons to hire me. That is really cool. Pro design quality, design types, different types of design, 12 hours fast delivery. Wow, that's really fast. Custom designs, unlimited revisions. Not the biggest fan, but you're doing well, so whatever you want. Free source file and with bonus thumbnails. Cool. Types of gaming thumbnails. This is cool too, and he's ranking for these keywords in Fiverr search. People searching for these games, Fiverr's going to know his gig talks about them. That's good. What do I require from you? Text for your thumbnail, your channel link, and a gun or characters. I can't make any kind of 3D thumbnails. Contact me before placing the order. And then he just dumps a bunch of keywords down here, which I don't know if this is a good thing to do, but whatever. This is a great gig. You're getting a bunch of ratings. You're like 2 levels of niching down. This is what I'm talking about. You're offering a specific service. You prove, like, these thumbnails look fantastic. Like, I feel like these are thumbnails that would pop up on my YouTube homepage. Really good gig. I don't really have much feedback for you other than making your profile a little bit more descriptive, but you are absolutely crushing it. You have 276 reviews. That's fantastic. Good job. I really think you're doing a great job. All right, so we got one more review, but I'm going to go to the chat for a second here. Some new people have joined. So everyone who's joined on this stream, I'm doing reviews. I'm providing free tips to help people work their Fiverr profiles into a way where they can make more money. But I've been talking about it a lot. I'm doing a live stream in a couple weeks where I'm doing a giveaway. I'm going to be spending my own money buying Fiverr gigs from people on the stream. It's going to be a couple $100. Probably going to run it through YouTube, where people use a hashtag on Twitter. I'm going to randomly pick the hashtag and DM people for their username and then place a random Fiverr order. The goal is to give back to the community of Fiverr sellers by spending some of my money, and also just see how you guys handle an order from a random dude who just wants to order you from you because he wants to order from you. So stay tuned. I'll be posting details on that live stream in the next probably couple days. But I'm going to be spending money, probably like 200 US, maybe more. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so last review here is Ymir Draws, and she's got a nice profile picture. It looks very professional, like it's in an office building. I like it. From Thailand, no profile, short description, but let's see what this says. So I'm Yagmur, a lecturer, a cartoon portrait artist, and a mother of 2 cats. Cool. If you have any queries or personal demands, feel free to contact me before ordering. Let's work together. Okay, so short and sweet, but I've been saying this a lot. Spend some time making your description a little bit more descriptive. So you're a lecturer, a cartoon portrait artist, and a mother of 2 cats. So what specifically are you selling? Are you just selling cartoon portraits? Who are you selling it to? How have you become good at what you've done? Use this as an opportunity to, do a little bit deeper into this. So let's get into the main gig. I will draw a portrait of you and your loved ones in cartoon style. That's a pretty cool gig. So it's like a family portrait cartoon. I feel like these would look really good in like a holiday card or a birthday card. Looks like you do some good work. I think this is a pretty cool gig. As for the subject line, I will draw a portrait of you and your family. Maybe reword this so you use the keyword, I will draw a family portrait. I think family portrait is a little bit more specific of a keyword. That could help this gig show up more in Fiverr search. That would really help you make more money. All right, so portfolio is good. Let's get into the description. It's already looking pretty good. Capture your beautiful moments with a custom cartoon portrait. With one offer, you get a hand-drawn drawing of yourself and your loved ones from your photo for personal and commercial use. You can use the illustration for social media, profile picture, invitation. Okay. Basic, it's 5 USD, 1 person, half body, high resolution. Okay, so she lists her packages here. So this is duplicated because it's here, right? I would spend the time, instead of wasting the characters here, listing what each package includes. I would maybe talk about some of the specific things you can draw. Maybe you could give advice. I can provide consultation. I could let you know what I can draw. I would go deeper in the description on the services, your experience, and how you can help, because that's a good opportunity for you to use this description to rank higher in Fiverr search, which will mean your gig will be seen by more people and purchased by more people, which means you make more money. You list your extras here, and then you list, that they have to give you a clear photo and to contact you before placing the order. Overall, I think this is a great gig. I just think your profile description and this description could use a little bit more refining, but overall, good gig. I hope that helps. Okay, so I see Abhishek. Please don't spam the comments. I don't review profiles from the comments. You got to email me. Send me one email. If you spam the email, I'm going to delete it. We have a process here. Come on. Nobody likes spam. So please, if you want me to review your brand builder's Fiverr profile, send it to me in an email and I will get to it in the order that they're in my inbox right now. And that goes for everyone. So yeah, Jessica said it. Email him. Stop spamming. So my email is mikenarditv@gmail.com. Send me an email with your profile. And I go through these emails in the order they were received. As soon as I get to yours and I have a live stream coming up, I will review it. I promise you, I review them all. The only ones I don't review is sometimes I get ones where their profile doesn't exist anymore, or the gig was deleted. In those cases, I have nothing to review. But if you email it to me and you're an active Fiverr seller, I will review it. All right. So yeah, it's in my about section. So that's it for reviews today. But for those of you who just joined in, I'm doing that giveaway in a couple weeks on a live stream. I'm going to be spending my own money on your Fiverr gigs. So everyone in the chat, spammers, non-spammers, whoever, that's going to be a good opportunity to spam, because we're going to be doing it using a Twitter hashtag. So I'll be doing a live stream. I'll be announcing what hashtag we'll be monitoring on Twitter. Basically, what I'm going to do is just review the hashtag feed on Twitter during the live stream and real time pick people from who've used the hashtag, message them on Twitter, get their Fiverr profile from them, and I'll be spending money. I'm going to be spending a couple $100. Right now, I'm planning on spending like, $200. We'll see how it goes. It's going to depend on how much interest there is. So I think that's a cool opportunity. And if you guys want someone to buy your gigs, like we all do, I'm going to be buying some at random. So make sure you stay tuned. That live stream is coming up. I'm going to announce it in the next couple of days. And Abhishek, no worries, my man. It's not a problem at all. This channel is here to help. I'm doing my best. I'm only one person, and I respond to all the emails I get, and I review these gigs as quickly as possible because I create a ton of content. I create tutorials and tips and videos on this channel, all intended to help everyone who's part of this community of freelancers make more money online. So really appreciate you all for joining today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope this video was helpful. If your profile wasn't reviewed in this video and you want it reviewed, send me an email at mikenarditv@gmail.com and I will review it in a future live stream. So that's it for today. Thank you everyone for joining. I hope you have an awesome weekend. Take care.